Hey, Chris here. Thanks for joining me on this final video of this Aoshima Liberty Walk GTR build. It's the Type 2 version 2. So as you can see, under there is the one I've just finished. But I just wanted to actually show the two previous ones I've built. They're a little bit battle damaged, shall we say. So what I wanted to do is just basically talk about the very first one. As you can see, unfortunately, during dusting and cleaning, I've kind of knocked the side skirt off, unfortunately. So that's in need of repair. The lens, I've knocked it off somewhere, both of them, unfortunately. A little bit dusty. So this was the first one I built. This one was built 2021, I think. The actual paint colour is called Peacock. It's from Custom Paints, Specialist Paints in America, Custom Paints in England. It was the first time I've ever used like a flip paint. And it's quite nice. So yeah, that was my first Liberty Walk GTR kit, and I really enjoyed it. And then I built another one in it would have been September, October time of 2022. I got this one plus the detail upset, both from Aoshima as part of the ambassador program. I'm very, very fortunate, very thankful for that. So you can actually get detail up parts, but as you can see from the pictures on the packet, it's not just for one or two. They actually provide two sets of the two sheets. Things like the discs can only be used once, but you might have different grills, so you could use across a couple of different builds. There's two types of spoiler supports. You've got this one, which attaches to obviously the back of the car, but then you've also got the swan neck. So if you was to build the swan neck version, you could do that as well. So yeah, massive thanks to Aoshima for that and this one. So again, some of the photo etch parts was the metal spoiler supports, the actual spoiler wings, metal exhaust tips. I don't know how well you can see them, but the discs. There was also, what else was there? Oh, there was like a bit of photo etch that went onto the intercooler at the front there as well. So this is the Type 2 version 1, and on the box it's the GTR's in like a bronzy colour. So yeah, Type 2 version 1, and then this one I'm working on, built before, Type 2 version 2, the Advan library. So it's finished, and here it is. Super happy with this. Now, it's not perfect, but I don't aim for perfection. I just aim to enjoy a build, and this, I really enjoyed it. So if you've been following along, the interior is nice and bright, because we do all this hard work. You know, so many of us say we work on the interior, we do all this hard work and effort and detail, put the body on and you can't see it. So what was the best way to try and make it stand out? It's a bright fluorescent interior up against a really dark colour on the body, and I think it worked, and especially with doing the little accents like the spoiler wings, the front canards and the calipers. So yeah, this third time lucky. Again, it wasn't perfect, but I managed to do better this time. I knew my errors from the previous two builds, where sometimes I just missed little bits throughout the process and I had to add it on at a later point, and it was a bit of an awkward bit. Such as, if I can put this light on, So there's a little bit of polish residue there, so please excuse that. But this little bar across the bottom there, I used to miss that when I was getting the arches on, and I put it on afterwards, and it was a bit of a mad dash sort of thing. But I remember to do it this time. I did put the Advan tire letters on, but there was yellow, and it just didn't work, so I just took them off. One feature that I really like about this kit is well engineered. You've probably just seen me demonstrating it on the blue one without mentioning it. But if you look at the discs, I think it's a fantastic feature. It just goes to show how well this kit is well engineered. So the caliper, I honestly can't remember if I mentioned it in the chassis video. I do apologise. But the caliper attaches to the hub separately, leaving a gap for the disc to sit in between. So the disc, the way the pin comes through the hub to the back of the wheel, there's like a notch, and that notch sits inside a recess in the disc hub. So once that's attached, as the wheel spins, the disc spins. I just think it's a great little feature. It's really good. As for polishing this, you probably can see it's got a bit nice reflection of it. I am a bit dubious about giving the whole thing a machine polish because of all the angles, the sharp edges and whatnot. So the only bits I polished was the boot lid, the roof, both doors, and then this part of the bonnet, and then the front part of the bonnet just there. I was just too worried about all these high and raised edges. Even with masking tape, I started burning through the masking tape, and I thought that's enough. I need to stop before I damage it anymore. So it's got a few little marks just where I haven't polished it enough, but it's not an issue. Let me see if I can try and see if I can pick them up. There, just there, like you can see where the two lights are just starting to meet. So again, like I said, it's not perfect, but I don't aim for perfection. I just aim to enjoy it, and I've really enjoyed it. I've left a lot of the decals off because I wanted to go for a very minimalistic look on the exterior. And I think it looks all right. A bit of an incident where this rear diffuser, you can't quite see it. It's just slightly out, just there. It's not quite level, unfortunately. But other than that, yeah, super happy. I'm really happy with how the colours have worked. It's completely different for me, going for such a bright accent. Normally it's bright blues, reds, bright white wheels, but yeah, to go all black with such a fluorescent interior and detailing, it's different. But really enjoyed it, really like it, and definitely it's giving me ideas to do a few more bits going forward. So yeah, that's my build. It might not be to everyone's taste, but I understand. We can't always be the same. That's the world of a boring place. But there we have it. So, one Liberty Walk GTR Type 2 version 2 finished, and this calls for one thing. It's one of those builds where not every build gets it. This one definitely has. And this is going in a case, in a special spot. So what I'm going to do is just roll this video out with a few photos, and then the finished final photos at the end. And for everyone who's followed along, thank you very much. One thing I do need to point out, the only thing I've added that wasn't from the box was these red the decals in the windows. Everything else is box stock. So again, yeah, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. All the comments, the likes, the views, the subscribes, everything and above. Yeah, I really appreciate everyone taking the time out to watch my videos, and yeah, I really appreciate it. So next up, I've got something coming up next, which is way out my comfort zone, way out the usualness, but it's a build for It's a build for someone else, but we'll get into that as the video comes along. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the video, enjoy the photos, and thanks again. Look after yourselves, take it easy, and see you next time.